Welcome back to Vanguardian TV. I'm your host, Sonny C. The other day, rapper FBG was gunned down on the Gold Coast of Chicago, downtown Chicago, in broad daylight. And this is just another example of the senseless violence that's happening in Chicago. Another young man who had a promising career, music career, and obviously he had his ops around him. I'm hearing rumors there was could be a possibility of some type of setup and hit. But it's just another example to people who constantly have the reputation of being in the streets or gang affiliation, that the life is a very extreme choice to partake in. The streets don't love anybody. You might feel a certain acceptance and a certain comfort zone in the streets, but the streets are undefeated. It's unfortunately he was gunned down as he was, like that. I've heard an interview with him on another platform saying that he felt comfortable being in Chicago. It was just he had to move different, certain places that he shouldn't be in, and he had learned from those lessons because he had got shot prior to this, 2 other occasions, and survived. And he was asked, why don't you just exit Chicago? Why don't you just leave? You have the money, you can find another state to live in, get out of that situation. And he kind of explained that he didn't want to leave. He didn't trust being in another city around people he didn't know because he had trust issues. And unfortunately, that decision to stay in Chicago cost him his life. He was murdered. I think a female companion that was with him at the time was injured, shot as well. So I'm pretty sure it's not life-threatening for her, but it's still traumatic, no matter how you try to sugarcoat it. Can't imagine it being fun being shot or getting caught up in crossfire. But that's Chicago. That's how it's going now, and it's been like that for quite some time. Too much politics to get into, but I would tell every up-and-coming rapper, we have lost a lot of rappers this past year. When you are able to get some success, get the opportunity, take advantage of it, and just leave your hometown, because that's where the hate's at. And it's just too much. If you're involved with street gangs, crews, neighborhood bickering, beefs, I would suggest you leave, because you might think that everything is all good or you're safe. There's no safe. Not when you're in that life. There's no safe. So my condolences go out to that young man's family. I think he had a brother that passed away and a cousin who got murdered as well. So that's a heavy strain on the family, and I pray for them. And can't imagine their mental state at this particular time. It's unfortunate. And it's another example that if we're really going to talk about Black Lives Matter, then every black life should matter in every situation. It can't just be for a certain situation. It has to be your efforts and focus, to me, needs to be flexible to cover everything and to deal with this ongoing gang violence that we have in the community, black on black crime. So that's something that hopefully that Black Lives Matter Coalition, the Black Lives Matter movement can address and really work with the officials there and try to nail home the message to the youth that this is not the road to go down. It could be severe, it can cost you your life, it can be fatal. You're putting yourself in harm's way. If you make those type of choices, you're putting your family in harm's way. And as you know, as you can see, everybody is in harm's way because of these drive-by shootings, and people are firing in the crowds to get their enemies. So it's really a terrible situation that's happening in Chicago. And it's going to take everybody involved, community effort, local authorities, the mayor office, the governor, and I know Trump has sent some federal troops there. That's been controversial move by him, but some say you have to make an effort to do something. Unfortunately, once again, FBG Duck was murdered in downtown Chicago shopping district that's famously known as the Gold Coast. So hopefully his family can get some closure for the people who committed this act. Then it's going to be a rough road for them, and hopefully they have the strength to pull together and get on with their life once they get past this latest situation, tragedy. On a different note, I saw that President Trump, whose company is under investigation, one of his companies are actually is currently going under investigation for fraud. And U.S. State's Attorney in New York City is investigating, and we'll see how that goes down the road. They're trying to, I know it's subpoenas that they had served way back in November, and to certain individuals that's surrounded by Donald Trump, and some of those subject of those subpoenas have ignored the subpoenas. Can you imagine that? I get a letter from the court and I just ignore it. They'll be at my door probably within a month. But he's the president. That's how he rolls. So, like I say, nothing surprised me with that, with this guy. Other than that, just a sad situation that with this street violence, gun violence, and I would say any entertainer who may get a little bit success that you receive, and a little bit of buzz, a little following, a little movement. Look at your options. Get your family out. Get out of your current situation. Find something that you can truly focus on your career and not have to worry about, even a civilian had to worry about situations out here. You have to have some type of street sense, but you don't, you leave the streets alone, man. You get out here and you pursue your career, and use your voice to make that change, because it could definitely save someone else's life. And hopefully someone would take this situation, how tragic it may be, and use it as motivation to pursue other avenues, because the streets are not your friend. They're undefeated, just like age is undefeated. So choose wisely, and especially the type of music that you may partake in as far as content. What you say and what you put out in the atmosphere can really be motivation for others to come at you. So be careful. All right. Peace and blessings. May Allah bless you and have a good night.